Alright guys, this one is interesting. We are going first, we have very good opening, but we need to hit the third land so we can hit the Annex. So that will be a bit of a challenge. That's one of the most important parts. And we will have to... Alright, this is a land, but unfortunately we are against a counter spell deck. So what do we go for? Let's go with the talent first. We know this goes through, so maybe we can, you know, get level 2 and level 3 later into the game, or maybe force a get lost or something. We need to go through a lot of cards, and because it is a control deck, that's unfortunate, because that's one of the few decks that can answer it on turn 3 on the play. Oh, it seems to be synthesizer deck. Well, that's different. Alright, this is interesting. We can go differently. Aether Slasher to try to be aggressive. What can they have? The Soul Blade is too slow. They probably have Snare or Synthesizer or Bay on the next turn. Snare will be probably the best. So I think we need to dish the most damage we can, which means Slasher. I think, man, if they play counter spells, I will lose my mind. They also play Man, this... Okay, maybe this is not a Synthesizer deck. It really feels like one. This really feels like this is not played in any Synthesizer deck ever. So it has to be a control deck. So we will go with this and see, and we will basically try to get their cards to 0 as soon as possible, and then start pressuring them with talents. If they have Get Lost, yeah, this is a control deck, so it's not a Synthesizer deck. That's a huge difference, because you need to play differently. If they go Get Lost, that's fine. What do you do? Sure. Honestly, this is really nice for us. This is actually worse than Get Lost. We get the lander, and they're down to 3 cards only. And we can find a land. It's tapped. Oh, it's tapped. A little bit rough here. Let's check if they have they have Esper, so there is a chance this is a Rapture deck. Rapture control with their Monument, right? That's their win con. Let's check the priority. It felt like there was something, but I'm not super sure. Let's level up and see if they have another play like this. Yeah, they have something. Nothing in the lands that has priority. Oh, consult the star charts. Absolute gut turn for our opponent. This is the dream. So a little bit rough, because I wanted to get them to 0 cards, so they have the full top deck mode, and then we can, you know, do some magic. But we'll try to work with this one. We can triple discard on this turn. Let's go. Maybe not on this turn, but in total, because we have 3 discard spells. They still need more lands, so even if they discard a land, that hurts a little bit. Ultima. Do you think they have a land? Let's force this. Even if they counter, 3 steps ahead has really bad turn here. So we actually want to force the counter spell if they have it. Perfect! This is as good as it gets. It's against control, it's never a good trade for you. This is always a premium card, but you can make it a little bit premium instead of incredibly premium. Our opponent unfortunately cannot whiff on the card advantage, which of course is a problem, because our goal is to get them to 0 cards, so they lose all the power, but they just cannot get to it. They really seem to be enjoying the 6 mana, so I think it's a Rapture deck. So we might be forced to close the game soon. Alright, I think I know the play. Demon actually helps them. Life total doesn't matter in this matchup, and they don't have 2 mana counterspell. That's huge information. Alright. I thought that maybe they have something. Alright, this is important. So we get them lower. The best 2 cards is Rapture into Monument. And in that case, we need to draw cards from Annex, because I want to hit another discard so we can break it. They already have the Monument. Okay. They don't have too many cards, to be honest. We can use it to our advantage, maybe. I can burn quite a lot of life here. Okay, so we either make a demon. They have 4 mana. So they want 3 steps ahead into Monument activation. I would love to have more cards, man. I will go risky here. They still might have Piece of Interaction. Because I think... Okay, I'm trying to absolutely overload them. This is risky because we are playing against mill game plan. So we won't have too many cards. But I hope... I want to hit as many discard spells so we get them to 0, because right now they don't have card advantage. When we get them to 0, we will just go for the demon and drain them. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. That's one less card for them. They are left with one single card, and if they play Rapture, man, we are doing so hard. But the point is, I need to discard. This is bad draw, bad draw. This is an okay draw, but not for this situation. Like, we need this on top of a discard. So we actually fully whiffed here. That is really bad. That was kind of devastating turn. However, let's start making this. Oh, the tap land. We'll activate lander later. Yeah, let's just go. They still need quite a lot of activation, so they need to go for Rapture. Oh, we have 2 mana. Nice. We can... okay, we can do it later. They should remove the demon. So basically we are trying to... Oh! Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, they should remove it now. But don't forget, they still have 2 cards. Alright, they're copying. So they want to exhaust one and then exhaust the second. So we actually need to kill them super quickly. I cannot prevent this. Like, this is why we went so hard on this card, but we just whiffed. We still deal a lot of damage, but man, we actually cannot hit the end of this. Man, this is the... We draw 6 cards, and basically each one of them is completely useless for this matchup, but it's still necessary because you cannot skip lands and removal. So let's be honest, this is as bad as it gets. We just needed 2 of them to be discards, so we get them to 0 and we go from there. Alright, so they can activate this at the end step. So 1, they win on the next turn potentially. So we need to go... I'll be honest, guys, I think we were winning this game, but those draws actually lost us the game. Like, I'm not sure if we can win from this. Like, you cannot draw 7 cards and each one of them be extremely useless. Like, we drew basically only basic lands and nothing more. So triple Annex draws less value than their single top deck. So what can we do? Well, we will swing. If this survives, I guess Sanctuary is probably better, to be honest. Yeah, we go for this. Let's see what they will do. The problem is that I believe we will die very soon. I'm not sure, so they can go 12. I mean, it's 6 and 12. So it's not enough to mill us fully, but they probably have something, I would guess. And let's go for the Sanctuary, because then we can attack on this turn. Lander? Kinda helped. Now we have 2 demons. It's not easy. I could go for the Battlecruiser, but honestly I think we just need to push the damage. Like, we have really bad draw. We cannot try to play a normal game from this. They need to hit something. But on 7 cards it will be hard to whiff. Hopefully they only have 1 removal. I would love them to whiff, but I know they won't. So... Oh my... No! They whiffed! And 1 mana spell cannot kill... I think we won. With 7 cards completely useless, we actually will win this. And now we can go for the Battlecruiser, because why wouldn't we? Now when they discard, they die. Guys, we did it with honestly horrifyingly bad draw. They can mill 2 cards and that's it. And that's why we played this package, because on top of like things like Battlecruiser... Alright, I'll take my... Man, that was a game, you know? Well, what is this mana base? Man, we got exactly everything wrong. Alright, this is better. This is better. I honestly think we keep 6 and we get rid of 1 of Battlecruisers. I think 1 should be enough for this one. This will be a little bit rough, but the Saboteur needs to bail us a little bit out of this really rough opening. Mulligan is something you don't want to take in this card, because we already trade card for card. And we need to be quick. We absolutely need to be quick. And our opponent can drop Synthesizer on the next turn. Saboteur already dishing tons of damage. Alright, let's go as quickly as we can. And we can go for the Battlecruiser later. Yeah, they will have cards, so we can try to activate it very quickly. Alright, they're going probably for the Slasher, because it's more damage this way. So we go for the Battlecruiser and try to finish the game probably with just discarding. Come on. Alright. And now we are getting 6 lands on 9 cards. Bro, like it cannot just be in between, you know? So let's go for this one. I can either deal damage or station this one. We have quite a lot of creatures, but we might only hit this card. So I think we will deal more damage this way. So I will go for 4. If we do it again, we can actually start attacking with this one. And of course they need to start discarding some cards and taking a lot of damage, so that should be nice. We can attack for 6 basically on the next turn. Market? No. This one has flying, so that's a cool one. Alright, this is actually a really nice draw. Man, I think we can do it. So we go for this guy, right? Yeah, this is so good, man. They can get the counters, but they do not really matter. And because of flying, we can just go around it. And then we'll force them to discard. Maybe it was better to go for this, so they cannot discard lands first. Maybe that was the play, but you know, it's fine. We'll make it work. So, already 6 damage. Very nice. Let's go. Yeah, and they had the land. So maybe that was a bit of a mistake, but not sure. It shouldn't make real difference in this game. Alright, more life. Now we go for this, and we probably go for the level 3. On the next turns, like this is already a creature, so on the next turns we can also attack with Saboteur. Our opponent rolling the dice. We have 1, 2, okay, 1, 2 drop because Starcage doesn't hit enchantments. And this one needs a snare, so they have a little bit of issues. And of course, if they go on the ground, they already hit Saboteur. Not amazing. I hope that maybe we get it, you know, going. Our opponent doesn't know how to stack triggers, and they exile the whole board themselves. You can stack triggers in the opposite, that's the shame scoop. We would attack, deal 6 damage, play Hostile Investigator, and yeah, and they would be dead at the upkeep because they would take 2 damage from the town. So they were dead, but it was extra spicy this way. And this has flying, so the constructs wouldn't matter. Alright guys, we are going first, and don't let the rank deceive you, because this player, I believe, was number 1 mythic, if I recall, because I think that was the same nick. So we are going first with a lot of discard, and we have a long way to go. Of course, we need to get all of the cards. Let's start with Ruthless Negotiation already, so we can start the chain. Our opponent will already know our archetype. I think they might be playing Dimir, Kaito, like, you know, aggro midrange. So I would guess this is the deck, but maybe they switched it. Nope, it's the deck. We know everything. This will be a very hard matchup. We actually don't have removal right now. So we will see, we'll see. Not looking amazing so far for us, and they have a lot of tricky creatures that don't get removed easily, and we actually don't have a single removal right now, which is a little bit scary for us. So we, of course, and right now they have full selection, right? They just can choose the least important card for the matchup, discard it, and it doesn't affect them for the early part of the game. They will only start feeling this on like turn 4 and further. So right now we are not really crippling them. We are, you know, just a little bit behind on board, as you can clearly see. We will use Investigator. The problem is that it might die to one of removals, because Dimir is incredibly good at, you know, just messing up your place, you know? But this is honestly a very nice draw. It's generally better to start with Duress, just to make sure, because for example, if they have 2 lands and a non-creatures card, then we can discard all of it. So this is actually the correct ordering, I believe. Okay, so they have to go with Curiosity here, otherwise they discard both cards. So that was a good call. Because if we played this first, they discarded this, then Duress misses, and they actually have all the cards that are important. Here they are in full top deck mode, so I kinda need to rely on this. So okay, this is important. Right now, this board that we have can win. But if they drew a counter spell, we will lose. So let's be good at Magic and not get hit by a 2-mana counter spell. This, like, even if a removal is second best thing, but we already dodged the most important part. Removal here is really good for them because they can get rid of Investigator. So that was the second best draw. Not amazing. If that was any kind of creature that cannot, well, they have a lot of flash creatures, I guess. So we probably cannot hit it easily. Oh, they hit Cecil. Alright. The flip her. Bro, they are at 8, but they have lifelinker. Oh, the lifelinker is the problem. Because I can get them to 4. But then they start life gaining. They won't attack with Cecil probably, because then it flips into legendary. So what can we do? And this untaps, right? Oh no, it untaps only on the first transformation. They can make a very interesting trick of attacking with both, and then transforming this, untapping this, and sacrificing this one. And this is the correct play. I think this guy will see this line of play. So this is a little bit scary. I could go with Investigator to try to pressure them. I can double talent to try to deal the most damage. Do they kill us? They cannot activate Sanctuary. This is good player. We need to make good plays. So it's 3, 8. We are not dead. And they're at 13. So it will be very hard to kill them, man. I don't think we have out. I don't think it will work, but I will try my best. I could get 1 and still Investigator. It's not amazing, I guess. Maybe this deals more damage if they go all in. I think this should do more than 2 damage on a single turn, and we are mana efficient, but I think we'll miss this game by like 4 damage, because we could get them to 4 right now, but we cannot get them lower probably. And the lifelink will get them all the way back, which is a real problem for us. We cannot really do much about it. Alright, this will be Oh, I think they see this play that I mentioned, and they decided that it's not worth it. They can use Cecil to block. We still deal 2 damage if you attack. The problem is that I cannot sacrifice it in any way, so we deny the lifelink. Oh boy. I think we need to take... I think we'll lose this. Like, we will miss this game by 4 damage. But we are playing against extremely good player. I guess they only have Siren, so if we play Slasher, we can survive more turns. This is a smart player, so they might be playing around us using Negotiation, and then they will play it. I think they might. So we probably just go Slasher. If they use this card, they take 4 damage, so that's something to consider. We could get rid of this guy, but then this one flips. We definitely go for level 2. Man, can we solve this game? We can force them to 0 cards with Negotiation, but it's visible, so they will know about it. I can... Alright, here... Oh, the Drowner is so good. It answers Slasher completely. One of... Even the removal wouldn't do it as well. Well, I guess it would do a similar job. Huh. Attacking doesn't accomplish much. But if we block, we can block the... Yeah, we are gone. We cannot deny it. That's the best we can do. Yeah, I told you, we missed this game by 4 damage. It was close, but we needed 1 removal for this, so they cannot live game. If we remove this for 2 mana, then the talents would win the game. So we needed just a little bit of a different draw. As you can see, if this is exactly the lifelink from this. I will give him good game. This player is always extremely good. I like playing. That was a nice one. Alright, we're going for... Bro, what a hand. What a hand. Are you ready for some demons that maybe will happen if we do a land? Or we just absolutely whiff painfully? Oh boy, it's already getting scary. Let's go Saboteur. If they kill it, they will have to discard 2 cards, which for aggro deck actually is kinda meaningful. They can of course keep it, so they get creature pound, but then we have removal. Bro, in response phase? Bro, the disrespect to the creature. Oh, they just want to hit this juicy face. Alright, I really hope for no double creature, like this would be a bit of a disaster. Alright, good. So we can start swinging, we can kill this, which seems to be a good idea. They cannot really block, they will get... I think they want this counter. I could go for Annex, but I'm not sure if that's the right play. I think we probably don't want to do it. Not now. Here's your counter. I know you like it. They cannot block because of the menace, of course. So the problem is that we won't be more aggressive than Mono Red. So this alone will probably not close the game faster than they can do it. But hopefully you can pressure them enough that they target it, discard card, so they are losing 2 cards for this. That's what we want. And this is juicy, right? Oh, now you learn to respect the Saboteur. Listen, that's how you teach Mono Red some manners. Alright, so we lose it. This is good. They lost 2 cards, and they still need land, so it's still meaningful. And let's go for the Breaker. They thought they got the value, but this is why we play a lot of removal in this deck. You cannot play Saboteur if you cannot remove the creature that will get pumped with it. But if you have removal, this is like free stuff. And now, you are in our game. Oh, I don't think they can deal with Slasher easily. They probably can Lightning Strike, but if they want to really kill it, oh boy, look at this, we are at 18. They're investing all their resources into answering board, because our board is actually terrifying. We have not too many creatures, but each one of them is like a game, you know, like game changer, basically. And yeah, and don't forget, this is like one of the best decks in the format. Bro, can you feel the damage that they are losing every single turn? So is that the Annex turn? Are we brave? We can make a demon potentially on the next turn and win the game. We could also wait for the land. I'll be honest, guys, I'm feeling frisky. We can whiff on land and never play the demon. That's risky. We can burn them ourselves, or they can land Slickshot and go from there. But so far, why did I go for this play? Because so far I didn't see 2 mana creatures from them, just burn, a lot of burn. So I thought that if I wait, they actually pass the turn and they lose nothing and we lose the whole turn. And that's why you go for the ritual. We won. They cannot go for this. This is too much stats. They wasted every single burn spell except the single shock on killing our stuff. They didn't get any real face damage from the whole deck so far. And we are live gaining already with a 6-6 in the board. Guys, I think we beat probably the best mono red right now in the form. Oh man, mono black is doing stuff. Swing? Sure, bro. Sure. You want the block? You ain't getting it. And our opponent can literally scoop here. We kill this. And you know what? I really think that we should show our opponent where they are in this game. Wait, I have still more discards, so they wouldn't have any options. They wouldn't have enough cards to assemble any combo. They were just gone on every front. And this is a little bit flooded. We play only 23 lands, so generally we shouldn't start too much like this, but I think we can make it work. I don't have 2-drop, so I could try to play it on the next turn to get better hits. I mean, we only really have one choice. We could go for the creature for future. Enchantment might hurt us a little bit, and it hits the Battlecruiser. This is important. I will go like this. Because we can always station the creature if we draw it. I need to play around spells that I might draw, because right now my draw is, you know, wonky, to say the least. We'll take the damage. Okay, this is a really good draw. This is actually a great draw. Kinda punishes us for the situation. They cannot exile this from the graveyard. I think we roll with Slasher, eat the removal. Wait, this is an assassin! It's an outlaw! Oh my, I'm so not used to shoot the sheriff, man. This is so good, man. Alright, so that was the perfect decision to get rid of this. And now we can do some crazy stuff, man. Alright, this is good. They also cannot attack. This was their whole turn. However, we are still not out of the woods, but those this last turn really put us ahead. Absolutely horrible draw, like the worst one. Alright, we could attack. They cannot double block because it's minor. So they will block with Fenrir, in which case we need to put the counters. So, it's actually better to go like this. And here's the difference between minor and something like Tiny Bones. Well, Tiny Bones would trade. This one did nothing. And they still need to answer Slasher. They are suddenly at 9, and we have the Battlecruiser. And we got rid of the way they could remove it. So, not over. We still are struggling a little bit with the draw. But we are getting some nice... This is fine. They cannot race us, I think. I think it's like not fast enough. Especially that we have lifelink. So I could hit for what? 4? And we can do so much. Okay, so we can win this game from here. We just need to make the right play. So I could put the counters and lifelink. It's not amazing. It's probably better to remove this. Then we hit. They are from 7 to 3, which means the Battlecruiser, if we can station it, wins the game. And we probably can. We definitely will play the land. If we go for the breaker, they just get rid of this, so it's not amazing play. We probably just... and we still need to discard with this, right? Not the perfect play. This is kind of low value card, but we need to roll with it. Because we need to get them lower, so it's like lethal pressure, you know? And I kind of want to keep it, to be honest. I guess we could deny the damage, but they will probably just target something with something, pay 1 mana and get it back. But do we ever get a better trade? If we draw other removal, we can use removal on this and then use breaker to discard a card. With this, it can win the game. I'm not sure. I can see absolutely an argument to play this, get rid of this and save 3 life on this turn, but I think it might be worth to invest 3 life into having better options. Bro, Confidant times 2, but this guy, I could respect this guy, man. Of course they can block. Alright, we can kill 2 creatures, we cannot really hit with this. We could station, but we don't have a way to discard. They cannot trade, so I think we will force them to lose. Man, we could just chill, and if they draw a 2-drop, they die. Like, they need to do it twice. But that's risky. Because if they hit land and a 1-drop, they actually got super ahead. Man, this is close. Sorry, I need to think on this one. This is a huge decision. Can we take a gamble that they just kill themselves? Is it even worth it? Like, the risk? If I attack... So I can double breaker, attack, and they will have basically empty board, and they have to block. That means they have 1 card from before and 1 random one, and they need to win the game from this. I honestly think it's worth it, and we also get the speed, which means that we can also life gain if we are forced to. They wanted to get double block. Do they get it back? Of your end step. That's important. That's why I didn't consider it, because I was like, I think they need to lose it on their turn. So as you can see, those were 2 extremely cool plays. Either you take the risk and you can win the game at the upkeep, but it proved that we made the right call. Man, I'm so happy. But I think we played it nicely. I have to say, guys, I was really happy with the deck. It worked out for me better than I expected, and I really like some additions. We'll talk about them in a second, but first, our absolute legend for today is Papa Ponton. And this thing always gets me a little bit. Really thank you, my friend, for supporting the channel. It is super appreciated, and this deck is for you. You got absolute banger, mono black discard, everyone's favorite, except your opponent. So thank you for supporting the channel, and wish you all the best in all the tournaments. I know we play some. So, about the deck, we have some big new cards. Battlecruiser, Charm, and Saboteur. And I think the biggest one is Saboteur. Man, the fact that you need to discard a card in a discard deck is like amazing. And not only that, if you have removal, and we have plenty in with like breakers, shoot the sheriff, and also creatures that can just trade. This has death touch, so it trades against everything. And we have big demons as well. This is such a good addition. If you ever played against Trespasser, and most of you probably did, I mean, you know the pain of discarding an extra card when you already are getting drained from your hand. We still have Investigator, which is one of the best discards cards. Like, this can go 3 for 1 for 4 mana, and it still has good stats. And we are going with the whole Annex Slasher package with Sanctuary, because this is super efficient. This requires 2 cards to remove. This requires 2 cards to remove. You can see the idea. Those are not discard cards, but they are actually a discard cards. And the battle... Okay, before. Charm is really nice because you either can take all the best creatures, or you can remove something, or you can just pump the Saboteur when they think that they can double block it, and you get very good trade. Maybe you kill 2 creatures, and it has tons of power, so the lifelink is super powerful on this one. Or you can just take them back from the graveyard, of course. And Battlecruiser... honestly, this is probably like the most wonky of the choices. I don't think it will be like a competitive card because I think it's a little bit too slow, but at the same time, it actually performed very often. The problem is that you need to, station it once, and it comes on turn 4 when you already did a lot of discarding, so you need to kind of work for those discard cards. And of course, it can be removed, but at the same time, if it hits, it's a ton of damage. Like, it has 6 power basically for 4 mana. So I see some potential here. I think it might be a little bit too slow, but at the same time, it actually helped us close some games, and it has flying and death touch. So it's a creature that matters. So if you can station it nicely, like, this can finish the game surprisingly nice. So maybe a little bit better than I expected, but not sure if that will be on the meta level. So guys, that's it for today. Oh, right, not everything. I actually went 4-1 with this deck in really high mythic, and we played against some of the best players Arena has to offer, so I'm really happy with the results. Maybe I got a little bit lucky, but at the same time, some of the draws we got, man, we started with a mulligan, we started with triple Annex that we actually never managed to play, so those weren't perfect draws. I'm really happy with it, and yeah, that's all for today. Really, thank you to all the patrons that are kind enough to support this channel. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for watching, and see you guys tomorrow.